What is the difference between NAT/bridged/host-only networking? VMware, what is NAT versus bridged versus host-only?
Host-only only permits network operations with the host OS. NAT mode will mask all network activity as if it came from your host OS, although the VM can access external resources. Bridged mode replicates another node on the physical network, and your VM will receive its own IP address if DHCP is enabled in the network.
Same concept as the normal network setup, smiley face. Host only, the VM will be assigned one IP, but it's only accessible by the box VM is running on. No other computers can access it. NAT, just like your home network with a wireless router, the VM will be assigned in a separate subnet, like 192.168.6.1 is your host computer, and VM is 192.168.6.3, then your VM can access outside network like your host, but no outside access to your VM directly, it's protected. Bridged, your VM will be in the same network as your host. If your host IP is 172.16.120.45, then your VM will be like 172.16.120.50. It can be accessed by all computers in your host network.
While the other answers here provide good descriptions for the NAT and bridge modes, their explanations for host-only mode are not quite accurate. From VMware's documentation, under-configuring network connections is greater than understanding common networking configurations. Host-only networking creates a network that is completely contained within the host computer. Host-only networking provides a network connection between the virtual machine and the host system by using a virtual network adapter that is visible on the host operating system. Emphasis mine. Note that it does not say that the VM will be accessible only by the host. The network is self-contained, not the connection. This is a subtle but important difference. Additionally, as pointed out by user 5389726598465, under creating virtual machines is greater than preparing to create a new virtual machine is greater than selecting the network connection type for a virtual machine. With host-only networking, the virtual machine can communicate only with the host system and other virtual machines in the host-only network. Select host-only networking to set up an isolated virtual network. You should be aware that the host-only, NAT, and bridge modes are aliases to specific virtual networking switches, VNets, that are pre-configured for the different behaviors. As with a normal network switch, all machines connected to the same switch are visible to each other. This means that all VMS connected to a host-only network will be visible to the host and to each other. If you want a VM that is visible only to the host, you will need to assign it a dedicated VNet and avoid assigning any other VMS to that VNet.
The below table shows the connectivity between VM and host for different network types. Please see VirtualBox Docs Networking for a brief explanation of the modes. Plus means yes, this direction of connection initiation is possible. Dash means initiating connections in the direction given in the column title is not possible. Port forward means that you'll have to manually add to the host's network configuration, instructing it as follows: whatever connection requests come to this port on your network adapter are actually meant for this port on this VM, so simply forward it there and not to any host-based listener. This makes the hidden NAT IP and port of the VM on which a VM service is listening effectively visible on the host adapter and available to receive requests from external entities. See VBox Docs Configuring Port Forwarding with NAT for an explanation of how this can be easily done. See also Oracle VM VirtualBox Networking Options and how to manage them, VirtualBox Networks, in pictures, VirtualBox Network Settings, Complete Guide.
Aviation and trade,